Hi, Mercedes. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your project. I am Kelly Fitzgerald. I'm intuitive energy healer, those kinds of things. I'm also an author and a writer and a teacher, spiritual teacher. I live at the kind of the bottom, or at least in the foothills of the Chiricahua Mountains in southern Arizona. This was the home of the Chiricahua Apaches, along with several other indigenous tribes. So, because of the violence that went on around here, there's quite a few spirits here too. One night I had a coaching client at my house and we were drumming. And it was a full moon and we were outside enjoying, the atmosphere. And we heard drums echoing our drumming. I live in the middle of nowhere, so there was not someone else, a neighbor or something like that, drumming back at us. This was spirit drumming. It happens frequently out here. That's the big thing that I think attracted me to this area. I really think I was drawn here. People in my valley usually either love it, can't imagine living anywhere else, or they absolutely hate it and can't wait to get away. One or the other. It's just really funny how that works. As far as animal spirits, because I am sort of an animal intuitive and an animal healer, I've had quite a few animal spirits. When I was a child, I had a yellow cat, orange cat, that would follow me around in spirit form. Out here, when I first moved onto this property, I've seen spirit deer, spirit bobcats, spirit bears, and even my own pets that have crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I've seen them several times. For the longest time, there was a white cat that was following me around every time I would go feed horses. I have a nonprofit animal rescue center. So there is an ever changing cast of characters around here. And this one white cat in spirit form would just be out there like he was checking them out. He was making sure everything was okay and that everybody was getting along. It was really interesting. He's still around. Um, the funny thing, I'm in the control room of my recording studio, and the funny thing that people have actually seen when I've been on Zoom calls is the rug behind me underneath the turquoise door there. Um, it will move. It'll roll up. It was flat when I came in here. Now you can see that there are ripples in there. I have a ghost cat in here named Mo. He was my cat. He was a very special cat. We were actually very close when he was alive. When he was alive, he was not allowed in here. But now that he's on the other side, I cannot keep him out. And he will come in, and I will come in here in the morning, and that rug will be in a ball or it will be moved across the control room. It's really interesting. Um, as far as the native wild animals, what I tell people is if you are constantly seeing an animal in spirit form, it might be wanting to give you a message. So think about it. When I see a spirit bear, I always think about mother energy, protection energy, those kinds of things. The first time I actually saw that spirit bear, the next morning, my daughter told me she was pregnant. Now that's been, oh wow, a decade ago now. But those kinds of things happen on a regular basis. If it's something like a cat spirit, if you don't know the cat personally, I would, I would ask the cat what it wants. I would ask the cat what message it has. But you can infer those messages by thinking about what does a cat mean to you. Some people who don't particularly like cats think differently about what the cat's trying to say than people who love and adore cats. Mostly, for me anyway, cat energy is a very powerful totem. It's very about, I'm here. You may not see me. You may not know that I see you, but I do. Those kinds of energies are cats because they're stealthy. They are, very private, quiet, almost hidden animals. Horse energy is another one that is really prevalent out here for probably a number of reasons. But, think about, what does a horse mean to you? I think of strength. I think of freedom. But if you're a runner, horses might make you think of running or being fast, outrunning life, outrunning predators, those kinds of things. So, really, it all comes down to you and what you think. There are so many spirit animals out here, and throughout the Chiricahuas, there are native peoples that I see in spirit every time I go up there. One of the big things that people always ask me about, because I kind of have my own flock of ravens. Um, Decades ago, when I first moved here, I helped an injured raven. And since then, they have come here. They bring me things like shiny rocks. I have a couple of people's rings. I have had mostly string. They've brought me flowers, those kinds of things. Now, these are real living ravens, but that initial raven that I had helped has passed on, and I see that raven all the time. So they're not anything to be afraid of. They're more to be curious about. Allow them to teach you. If you are open to learning, you will learn. If these things scare you, investigate inside yourself. Why is that frightening to you? Because I promise you, they're not trying to scare you. They're trying to talk. They're trying to communicate. They're trying to give you messages. So that's about all I have, I guess. Open your heart to spirit. Open your heart to animals, nature, the earth. They're always trying to communicate with you. Thanks so much. Bye.